Hello everyone, this is Anurag Ray from PageSimbolWarrior.com, and today I will be answering another question, that is, can you keep cockroaches as pets? Now this is a very fascinating question. Many people ask this question, that can they keep cockroaches as pets? But there are many reasons why people want to keep them as pets, but if you're really willing to keep them as pets, then the answer is yes, you can keep them as pets. Now, before we continue this video, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you can receive updates about my video and also help my channel grow. Now, cockroaches have some nasty problems. They can spread many diseases if they are in natural environment. They live in drains, they live in dirty places. They're basically scavengers who eat dead bodies, they dead meat, and can spread various kinds of diseases if they get to your food. Normally they spread the diseases through food, and if you eat those food, then it can become problem. Now, cockroaches can be anywhere, like I mentioned before. They are scavengers. They can eat anything, almost anything, and if you are not aware, then they can infest your food, and this can be very problematic. And you may not even be aware when they are infesting, and that can become problematic. Apart from cockroaches, the cockroaches' name is also a very big problem because they are really small and they are very difficult to spot. And because they are so small, they are very difficult to spot. You cannot easily get rid of them. And that they can also spread various kind of diseases. Now, if you want to keep them as pets, for that reason, you have to keep a different environment. You have to make a different environment where they can survive properly. And then if you can create that kind of environment, then obviously you can keep cockroaches and breed them. Now, if you are willing to keep one cockroach in your house, then it's okay. You can definitely do that. But it is always recommended to actually have both the pairs, both of the sexes, that is male and female. That will automatically increase the longevity of the cockroach, and also will increase the survival rate, because they will also be able to produce offspring who will be able to live in your house. If you are willing to do that, you can obviously do the cockroaches breeding in your house, and that is not very dangerous, because if the cockroaches remaining in a controlled environment where everything is clean and not much of dirty, you have to give them some natural touch to that, because if you're not doing that, then a cockroach may not even survive, because as I mentioned before, they are scavengers and they usually live in dirty places. Now, depending upon the species, there are various species, more like 4,600 of different species of cockroaches, and only among 30 of them actually live with us, so you probably haven't seen most of them. But if you are willing to if you can do some research online, you can find about all of them. And if you are willing to just adopt them and then just keep them in your house, then you can definitely do that. But different cockroaches have different nature. The basic nature is all the same, but of course they are scavengers, but they're the different habitat. They live in different kind of places. So you need to keep that in mind and then create the environment that is almost similar to that. And once you do that, you can actually keep them in your house safely. Now, for cockroaches that live in dirty places, like I mentioned before, some of them live in drains, some of them live in dirty places. Obviously, you cannot get a drain and keep them in the drain. Of course, that is not a very ideal situation. So what you can do is just make a simple environment where you can keep the leaves, number of many leaves, and make it a little bit natural. And cockroaches can even live in that place. They are very resilient, and they can almost live in any kind of environment, so it won't kill them. But yes, you have to create almost a proper environment. Now, after you have done that, you have to feed them properly, like they are scavengers, that you won't have problem feeding them. They can eat almost anything, so you can give them dead meat, you can give them chicken, you can give them you can give them any other food that you don't want to eat, and they can usually eat all of them. They even eat all of your leftovers. They can also eat like ripe fruits. They can also eat other kinds of fruit that you don't want to eat. So you can just simply give them, they will eat it. Now, of course, you have to feed them on time. They don't demand much, but you have to still keep on feeding them on time to keep them healthy and strong. And you have to let them, and along with that, if it's better if you have a female cockroach over there, because that automatically increases the lifespan, because it is studied that it will enhance their mood, it will enhance their naturality of the environment, and that will obviously prolong their lifespan. Now, if you want to keep that, also you have to protect your cockroaches from other predators. Now, so for that, you have to cover up the whole place where you're keeping them, because You don't want any kind of predators that can eat them. There are many predators who eat cockroaches. There are spiders, there are lizards. Now, a cockroach in an environment where there is no protection is an easy prey for this kind of predators. They will get in and get your cockroach. So it is better to give them a proper protection. So for that reason, you have to make a proper. You have to cover up the whole place where you're keeping them, and then once you have covered it up, you need to make some tiny holes, but from where cockroach can't escape. Now, cockroaches are not intelligent, but not that intelligent. So if you give them space, they will leave that space. If you leave your controlled environment from where you are keeping them in a cage or in a tub or wherever you are keeping them, the cockroach will leave that place if you give them the opportunity. So you don't want them to happen. So for that reason, all you have to do is simply cover it up and make tiny holes so that they can breathe, get the oxygen from the air. And then once you have done that, and also you have to make sure that the predators don't come in. So cover it up of all of the sides properly so that the predators won't be able to come in. Now, predators actually can try to get in even if you cover up. So you have to make it strong so that it is reliable, so that even if they try, they won't be able to get inside, because they also want food and they can get desperate to get that. Now, predators there are many kind of predators in your households. Basically, like I mentioned before, there can be spiders, there can be cockroaches, there can be praying mantises also. Now, praying mantises are also small. They can also get in through the hole. So you have to make it a proper, very tiny hole from where they can eat, when they can actually get the oxygen. That's all. You don't have to make any bigger hole than that. You have to keep them in a place where you can also see them. So don't make it a complete opaque, because you won't be able to see them properly, and that can become very problematic. You have to see them and then you have to feed them. Only open the cage or wherever you're keeping them when you're feeding them, and then close it immediately. Now, don't give any opportunity to the cockroach by which they can get out from that place, because once they're out, they will run away fast and won't be able to catch them. And then with that, they can also die, because if you're importing cockroaches from other places, like I mentioned before, there are 4,600 species of them, and if you're importing them from other places, then stopping them can be very difficult, because you do not know from how fast they can go and where they can go. And if it is their not their natural environment, because not all of the cockroaches are household cockroaches, then they can also die if they get out. So you have to keep them in a proper environment, and you have to make sure they don't get out, and also you have to make sure that they don't get eaten by predators. So that's it for this video. If you really like this video, don't forget to click on the like, comment and subscribe button. And I'm uploading 2 videos every single week. That is on Monday and Friday. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, so that you can receive updates about my video and also help my channel grow. Thank you.